Well, hey there guys, and yes, welcome to another video. As promised, it is about the new bike. So let's have a look at it, eh? So the bike as it stands is a Norco Bigfoot 3. It is the base model in their Bigfoot range, and it is aluminium frame and forks with 650B rims, and on that we have some, which I'm not really familiar with the brand, as we don't get a lot of snow here, and that is the Vertigo Snow Avalanche, and they're a 27 by 4.5 inch tyre, which apparently is studdable. Well, we don't get a lot of snow here, so I don't think I'll be using that feature of the tyre. Now the cranks are a brand called Samox, S-A-M-O-X. I'm not real familiar with them, but they're 175mm long on this bike because it's an extra large frame, 30-tooth chain ring, and it seems to have some sort of Holotech design similar to that of Shimano. At first looking at it, I thought it was integrated, so it was built onto the crank, and I thought I have to change them, but it appears that there is a way to change the crank at the rear. And that's one thing I want to change pretty soon, is the chain ring is 30 tooth. I want to change it back to a 28 tooth. Now of course we have the old reliable workhorse Shimano Dior. This is a 1x11 drive chain on this bike. I think it's a Sunrace cassette, and it's 11 up to 51 tooth, and it's a KMC 11-speed chain. And of course we have the Dior 12-speed shifter to make that work. The bike runs Tektro mechanical disc brakes, front and back, and I think we have a 180 on the front and a 160 on the back. And of course I think the front, I'm not quite sure, I think it's 12mm or 15mm through axle, front and rear. We're running I think it's about a 35mm head stem, and running Norco bars that come standard with the bike at the moment. I think they're a 5% rise, but I'll be throwing a set of Jones hoop bars on this bike. The bike has ample mounting spots along the fork. My Blackburn outpost cages will go on the forks there. Ample room to fit my Blackburn frame bag. The frame size in this is very similar to that of the Cube. And for the rear, I'm really excited to check this out, and I bought this a couple of weeks, well actually I bought this before I bought the bike. It's the Aero Spider Rack, and I'm really keen to check this out. A couple of people have complained about the weight of it, but yeah, look, the weight you save over something lighter, you can take a good dump, really. Has a good chain guard system along the chainstay there, the drive chain side. So I've decided to call him Mr. Magoo. The reason being, two big round eyes are like Magoo's glasses. Oh, Magoo, we've done it again. A bit like my bikepacking and bike touring trips, isn't it really? Very fitting. Yeah, I'm really happy with the bike. I really haven't ridden it, and when I first got it, it was just prior to operation, and I did take it for a couple of rides around the yard and up and down the road. Very comfortable to ride. I didn't feel as though it was that heavy. A lot of people said, you know, going to a fat bike, you're going to experience so much more weight. But then when you're riding a Kona that's 14-15 kilos, and then you're throwing 4 loaded bags on, and there's probably the best part of 6 kilos in each of them, you know, you're not pushing a light bike anyway. So I do have a new set of pedals to go on it. They're SPD MTB clip-ins one side, and they're a studded flat the other side, so I just think that's a good option to have. I do have some 540s I think on the Kona, which I bought a set of these pedals that I was just talking about for the Kona as well. And the flat side's very slippery, there's no stud on it, so I just thought, you know, when I'm going, take a pair of trail runners. That way if I have a bad day where there's a lot of climbing, you know, even though my Shimano and my FLR touring shoes are quite comfortable, long days of pushing up hills, that cleat on the bottom of your sole really starts to push in under the ball of your foot there at the end of the day. So no, the bike has all internal cabling, which I like, nice and tidy. Well, and there we have it, the 2002 Norco Bigfoot 3. Now, I always was led to believe for some reason that Norco was a subsidiary to Cube, but just prior to looking at buying this, I did some investigation, and it appears that they're a Canadian company. So some of my friends over in Canada, or them cold parts of the US, might be able to shed some light on, you know, the fact that they're Canadian company, and are the studdable tyres any good? That's what I'd like to know. Not that I'll need them here, but you know, I've got a lot of beach and sand here, so I don't know how studs would work through that. I've just thought of something. Does this mean I have to do my intros like this now? Old bum, fat bike. Cheers guys, and I'll be able to sit soon, so I'll be able to get the laptop out and get the ruling videos finished. Yeah, so sorry for any wind noise or bad photography, not that my videography's the best anyway. But yeah, I'm just using my phone at the moment because I can stand a little bit, I can lay a little bit, and I can edit while I'm laying. So alright guys, cheers, until the next one, ride safe out there, eh?